Hi folks, this is Shirley from Shirley's World, and I'm just got my chickens out here to their little dirt run so they can dust themselves. It's almost 6 o'clock, 5:30 or so, and I live in Northeast Ohio, south of Cleveland. Hi at home. At home? Thank you for joining and thanks for the hearts. Silver Paw Studio, thanks for joining. Let me know where you're from. Hi. Yeah. I'm so glad you're with me. Colorado. I love that state. When I was younger, my husband and I skied out there quite a bit. Washington State, I assume. It's far away. My chickens are dust bathing. It's been a cool day here. I live south of Cleveland. It's in a little town named Medina. And I live in the country. I have 1 square acre, and I'm surrounded by a golf course. So it looks like I have a whole lot of land, but the golf course takes care of it, which is nice. Anyway, I thought I would, it's calm and nice and quiet here, except for occasional swear words I hear from the golfers. But my husband was a golfer, I golf, my son golfs, so anyway, I ran across a few more fun facts about chickens. I don't have any of my wide angle or close-up lenses on, just the phone today. This is the first time I've scoped today too, because I was out at the barn with the horses and I had a riding lesson this afternoon, and I had forgotten to take my phone with me to the barn, which happens only rarely that I'm not without my phone. I don't know what happened. I didn't have it clipped onto me and I walked off without it. So if you can hear that dog barking, that's my little Spirit. She's an English pointer rescue, and she doesn't like to be away from me too much. She's kind of a timid dog. Well, she just loves to be with people, and when I'm out of her sight, she doesn't like it. So. Anyway, I want to tell you some of these facts that I came across about chickens. Domesticated chickens have been bred by humans from Asian jungle fowl, and they've been domesticated for, I don't have that here, but I have read it. It's thousands of years. Thank you for the hearts. I love that. Scientists have shown that mother hens display signs of empathy for their baby chicks. So they have feelings. Chickens do. And they do feel more, they do mourn if one of their flock gets hurt or killed. And I know that for a fact because one of my birds, my dog, which are English pointers and they're bird dogs, one of my little hens flew out of her run and my dog nailed her. But one of my dogs isn't birdy at all, and the other one would love to go hunting. So let's see now. Birds, like other birds and mammals, chickens experience REM sleep. In fact, chickens go through the same stages of sleep, stage 1, 2, 3, and then REM sleep as humans do. And they dream. Chickens dream. Don't you wonder what they would dream about? Hi, whoever's here. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. I run a blog called Shirley's World. It's shirleysworld.blogspot.com, and I write about everything. There's loads of pictures on there of animals, my dogs, my cats, my chickens, and my horses. I have 2 horses, a quarter horse and a draft cross. So, these are my chickens. You know, that one at the end, the one that's got herself down in a hole there, she tried to go broody today. She wouldn't get off the nest. She kept sitting on the eggs that she laid, and I tried to get her off, and she gave me a good couple pecks, so I had to take her off the nest, take the egg, and get her off of the nest so that she wouldn't stay broody. When they go broody, that's a hormonal thing that happens. They want to be mommies, but we have no roosters and the eggs aren't fertile, so if you get them off the nest and cool off their bottom, the bottom of them, they usually are okay. If they keep insisting on going back to the nest and they won't get off and they keep doing it, then you have to put them in like a little wire cage in with the other birds, but separated in a wire cage, and lift the cage up off of the ground so there's air running underneath them, so it keeps them cool. And it takes a couple days, but it always works for me. These 2 buff Orpingtons, the 2 gold ones, are sort of prone to go broody, so the other 2 never have. The black and white one is a silver-laced Wyandotte. Her name is Dottie. And the brown one is an Easter egger. Now, Easter eggers come in lots and lots of different colors, and she just happens to be brown with some gold on her. They lay blue and green eggs, beautiful eggs. And the other ones that I have lay brown eggs. Over in the corner, that's Molly, the Orpington, and this is Martha, named after Martha Stewart, and she is the head of the flock. She's top in the pecking order. So let me see some other little facts here I have. Chickens are able to comprehend that when an object is taken away and hidden from them, that it still exists. Young human children are unable to understand this when they're young. So chickens can understand. You can take something away and they'll just keep looking for it because they know it still is around. And they're pretty smart. They're a lot smarter than you'd think chickens are. Also, chickens cannot taste sweetness in foods. However, they can detect salt, and they don't particularly like salty things. So here I thought they were eating their watermelon because it was so good and sweet. Because I put, in the summer when it's hot, I give them a half a watermelon, and they peck on it all day. It's a good source of fluid for them because it's all water. But they're not tasting the sweetness, I guess. And let's see. I told this the other day, but chickens are the closest relative to the great Tyrannosaurus rex. They are related to dinosaurs. These little chickens. And if you look at their feet good, you can sort of see it. Hens are extremely affectionate and caring mothers. In Christian writings, Jesus is said to have used the love of a chicken for her brood to express God's love for humans. In ancient Rome, saying you were raised by a hen was a compliment. So yes, they make good mommies. Oh, there goes my cat up the tree. That's Pepsi. Pepsi's one of the barn cats. She's friendly and she loves the chickens. She's always by them. She would live in the chicken coop if I'd let her. Let's see if I have any more fun facts here. A dominant male chicken is called a cockerel, and it protects the female hens in his little flock. And in his flock, his hens choose to eat right by him, so they know that he's their protector. Let's see now. I told this fact the other day too, but it is amazing to me, so I'm going to say it again, that chickens are able to remember and recognize over 100 faces, 100 individuals, both animal and human. These chickens can tell the difference in my two dogs. They can tell the difference between Dexter and Spirit. And they look alike. I mean, they look pretty, their colorings are very similar. Of course, one's a male, one's a female, but they can tell the difference. So those are my facts for this evening. And I think tomorrow evening I will talk some more about things that you need to know before you get your first flock of baby chicks. I know I'm going to get more chicks. I have only 4 hens here, so I'm going to get more chicks in the spring. I'll raise them in a brooder in the house until they're able to be big enough and have enough feathers to come out into the coop. And then you have to keep them separated though from the big girls. Sort of let them see each other, but separated a little bit so that they don't get pecked, because these are new ones coming into this flock. But most people don't have any problem. What are you looking at, Eggo? My Easter Eggo's name is Eggo. I named her that because I love Eggo waffles, actually. So that's why she's named Eggo. And Dottie is named after my mother, Dorothy. And then we have Martha and Molly. Yeah, once you get little chicks and you raise them until they're about 12 weeks old in the house, you get pretty attached to them, and you name them. You talk to them and tell them what good girls they are when they lay their eggs. That's if you have a small flock. I suppose if you have 60 chickens on a chicken farm, you don't do that, but when you have just a little flock, they're like pets. Let me put the camera around and say good night. Hi. Yeah, I was at the barn today, had a riding lesson. It went pretty well. And so my sister is coming on Thursday. So I have to sort of clean up my house tomorrow. At least sweep the dog hair up. Although she has dogs too, so she understands dog hair. I'm going to have her in my scopes, whether she wants to or not when she comes. So I know she listens to these, so be prepared, Sue. Her name is Sue. So she's my younger sister. So I'm going to go now, and I'll say good night for now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.